dalgu. Bıt dalgu.
Ya bu arada olmak diyor.
Bıt dalgu.
Bıt dalgu.
Dalgu hada asıl dalgu. Üstünden bak.
Government of Azerbaijan tries to use the European Games to launder their image while they are implementing an unprecedented crackdown on dissent in the country. It is important that the world leaders speak up against this and urge the government of Azerbaijan on the eve of the European Games to free all prisoners of conscience immediately and unconditionally.
The human rights situation in Azerbaijan is worse than it's ever been since the collapse of the Soviet Union. As Azerbaijan hosts the European Games, which open today, it's in the midst of the worst human rights crackdown to date. Dozens of political prisoners have been jailed, many in connection with expressing critical opinions about the government. We are calling for their release, in particular the release of the 8 jailed journalists and 5 jailed human rights defenders.
That kind of, let's call it public, like important.
The Olympic Charter itself actually recognizes fundamental freedoms, press freedom, human dignity, things like that. So that fits quite in line with the spirit of the Olympics. And what happens when something like this is in a country like Azerbaijan, this is the first European Games, the first of its kind. It's now tainted the image of the Games itself. And in a surprise move earlier this week, the Netherlands pulled out of hosting 2019. I don't know if that was only because of the costs or if perhaps the negative image now, with the Games being associated with a country, conducting a brutal crackdown has anything to do with it. But this is definitely something that the sporting world and other major international events should take into consideration when choosing where to have these things.